Okay, well that's not the right recording. Let's see, I know it's not back here. It was yesterday, it was just later that night. "1422 is a mode I have a lot of history with. I started playing this nearly 10 months ago, back when my hardest was still SL pre-patch. Needless to say, it's been a while. Every few months I'd pick the mode back up, remember how much I hated it, and put it back down. This mode has haunted me for far too long, so it was about time I finished it off. Right from this very first window check, I'm going to go to the window opposite of 2.0. This is going to be true for every time I clear the windows before the second C-Billy attack. In this particular case, this results in me getting 3.0 before 1.0, unlike how most people would play the start of the night. But this rarely presented any issues for me. I usually entertain myself for these first 50 seconds by playing Minesweeper on my phone, but for this last session I just sat and waited, which I think actually resulted in me being more focused. After this first C-Billy, I'm going to scout for 2.0 a second time. Just like last time, I'm going to wait to go to the window opposite of 2.0 first. I think the main reason people don't normally scout here is because it can result in a kill timber death due to it taking you longer to get to the front window. However, this rarely happened to me, and getting to the front window later actually increases the chances of both summer crab and kill timber being there, allowing you to kill two birds with one stone. The reason I added these extra scouts to Merle's strategy was because I often found myself dying to 2.0 around the 2-minute mark. These extra scouts almost entirely eliminate the chance of that happening. I end up playing very risky with the rock stars here and go way faster than I need to. This actually doesn't end up having any payoff since I get to the side window before 1.0 even spawns, and am forced to leave and come back. It's the equivalent of speeding around a slow driver only to end up at the same red light as them. Now we approach Phase 2. In my opinion, Merle's strategy makes this part shockingly consistent. Probably more so than Phase 1. It seems pretty rare to die to anything other than bad booster RNG or your own mistakes here. Here I turn off the lights for Toy a few seconds earlier than Merle does. I found myself dying to Toy here quite frequently, so I just ended up dealing with him a bit sooner. This doesn't seem to have any meaningful downsides as far as I can tell. In Merle's guide, she mentions that once you make it to the last C-Billy, you've basically won. Those words were echoing in my mind while waiting here. I've had a lot of really late deaths in this mode, and I just desperately wanted to be done at this point. And with that, after 10 months and 77 hours, I'm finally done with this godforsaken mode. Would I recommend going for this? No. Why would you even ask that? This isn't my least favorite max mode of all time. That title still goes to True Nightmare All Challenges, but it's definitely the worst one I've beaten. I have a pretty low tolerance for RNG, so this was an extremely unpleasant experience for me. It's really hard to tell which deaths are your fault and which deaths are just bad luck, which makes it extremely frustrating to try and improve your play. I don't think this mode is very good at all, and I wouldn't recommend going for it personally. Now, with that said, I really need to get one last thing out of the way that I've been waiting to do for a while. Fuck you, double fuck you too, omega fuck you little piece of shit, fuck you, and on a very, very personal level. Fuck you.